Good morning, students. The next topic of disaster management is landslides. Here we are going to study what is a landslide, how it occurs, its causes, all the internal external causes, what are its effect, and what are the remedial measures by which we can escape from a landslide. So a landslide occurs when stability condition of a slope is disturbed. Either by increase of stress imposed on the slope and or by decrease in strength of the earth material building up the slope, and it involves en masse downwards movement of earth material under the influence of gravity. It is important to determine the causes of the landslide, as this will help in formulating effective remedial measures. Determination of causative factors of landslide in any given area will also help in demarcating the landslide prone zones. So there are two type of causes of landslide. One are the external causes and another are the internal causes. So firstly, we'll discuss about the external causes. Undercutting of the foot of hill slopes due to river erosion, quarrying, excavation for canals, roads, etc. External loads such as building reservoirs, highway traffic, stockpiles of rocks, accumulation of alluvium on slopes, etc. Increase in unit weight of slope material due to increased water content, vibrations due to earthquakes, blasting, traffic, etc., causing increase in shearing stresses, orthropic changes caused by deforestation, undermining caused by tunneling, collapse of underground cavern, seepage, erosions, etc. Increase in pore water pressure, reduction in cohesive strength caused by progressive lateralization, hair cracks due to alternate swelling and shrinkage from tension, presence of faults, joints, bedding planes, the cleavage, etc., and their orientation, freezing and thawing of rocks and soils, material properties such as comprehensive strength, shearing strength, etc., of the earth material. Effect of increase in water content. There is clear correlation between landslide activity and storms. As the saturation of earth material increases, the pore water pressure, the addition of water to clay bearing materials decrease cohesion and the angle of internal friction as well, leading to a decrease in shear strength, resisting force, and decrease in the weight, that is the driving force. Effect of increase in water content was one reason, and also recurring landslides usually occur in the years of high rainfall. When there is a high rainfall, then also it becomes avalanche, and heavy rainfall can trigger small landslides such as soil slips and debris flows, which affect only the near surface material. Deeper slides in unconsolidated material will be triggered only by the cumulative effect of a series of storms. Increase in slope gradient, steeper the slope, greater is the chance of its failure. An increase in the steepness or gradient of a slope leads to an increase in shear stress of on the potential rupture plane and to a decrease in normal stress. Such increase in slope gradient may be due to undermining of the foot of the slope by stream erosion or by excavation. Earthquake vibrations. Vibration due to earthquakes not only trigger devastating landslides but also rock falls and the like. Earthquake shocks, particularly those of shorter duration, acceleration of ground motion, tilt of the slope, modifies the system of forces in a manner that driving forces get the upper hand. The vibrations generated by the vehicular traffic create oscillation of different frequency in rocks, and they change the strength pattern, reducing shear strength and inducing mass movement, because of which the landslide take place. Excess load on the slope, the addition of weight on the slopes like dumping of debris or wastes and the construction of dams, reservoir building, etc., increases the intensity of the driving force and reduces the slope stability, because of which again the landslide may occur. Changes in vegetation cover, vegetation helps in retaining the soil cover firmly. Trees with strong and long roots increase the cohesive strength and effectively hold the formation in to the relatively weaker foundation, increasing thereby the tensile and cohesive strength. However, surface growths of bushy plants promote greater seepage, which may lead to increasing the pore pressure. Mitigative measures. Certain steps can be taken to reduce the risk or damage from the landslides, demarcating landslide prone areas, and accordingly plan the future development activities, reducing the slope angle, place additional supporting material at the foot of the slope, reduce the load on the slope, rock, soil, or artificial structures, stabilize near surface soil, preferably fast growing plants with sturdy root system, build thick retaining walls at the toe of the slope. High thin walls have been less successful. Decreasing the water content or pore pressure of the rock or soil by covering the surface completely with an impermeable material and diverting the surface runoff above the slope by providing surface drainage by drilling boreholes horizontal to increase the subsurface drainage, driving of vertical piles into the foot of a shallow slide to hold the sliding blocks, use of rock bolts to stabilize rocky slopes on the slide blocks of very coherent rocks on low angle slopes. Post landslide measures, clear the blocked drainage channel, clear the debris, especially the huge rock, boulder, and tree trunk on the slope, stabilize the depositional area by fast growing trees, rehabilitate the affected people. So that's it about today's lecture, students. Thank you very much.